What's up, everybody? It is Vanguard here. This will be the first episode of a new series that I am releasing called By the Book, where I will be offering commentary on missions that I fly. I have received a few requests from EH members to include some audio in a couple of my videos, so this will be the first in the series, and I'm hoping to release a fair number of these balanced in with my regular content. But if anybody has any feedback at the end of the video that they would like to leave for me, whether it is on the quality of the audio, the video, microphone settings, if anybody has any advice, they can reach out to me either in Discord or leave a comment in the comment section on YouTube, and I will have a look at it, and I can make modifications to the videos based on the feedback that I receive. So without further ado, we will jump right into the briefing.
Admiral, we're ready.
The premise of this mission is very simple. There is an Imperial attack going to happen on a neutral repair yard that is servicing a number of rebel craft. It is a hammer and anvil formation where Tempest squadron, composed of TIE defenders and missile boats, forms the hammer, while Eagle and Firebird squadron are the anvil, and they will be arriving from hyperspace opposite where your forces arrive from hyperspace. It's important to note that they will not be identified in the CMD. Although they are friendly, they will simply show up as question marks. For my loadout for this mission, I take advanced missiles, a decoy beam so I can drop aggro when necessary, and flares to kill missiles, as there are many missile using craft. So the first thing you want to do is immediately put all power into your engines and head for the hyperbuoy. It is helpful to use presets so that you don't have to manually press the buttons to adjust your power levels. And don't forget to change them back before you enter hyperspace. The setting to change power levels is Shift 11 and 12, I believe. Or Shift F11 and 12, and it can also be edited in the options in the game. So the first thing you want to do is immediately drop power to everything except for the beam system. And you'll want to head straight for the cruiser, and you'll want to bookmark one of the corvettes, the cargo containers, and the cruiser itself. You'll be under attack from a couple of fighters immediately, so you'll want to use the beam system right away to drop aggro from them. You'll want to inspect and attack the cruiser. When the cruiser is attacked, it will launch 8 A-wings at a time. It looks like it's only 4 of them, but in reality it's 2 groups of 4 stacked on top of each other. You'll want to quickly use your missiles to deal with them as fast as possible. Here there was 4 and 4 in the last group. If you don't deal with them as fast as possible, they will focus on your craft and can cause considerable damage. Once the cruiser is attacked, a shuttle will also arrive. You want to disable the shuttle, as it will be captured and it will give bonus points. You also want to take this time to immediately inspect all of the cargo containers like I did. And then you'll want to immediately switch your focus to the Corellian corvettes, as these patrol around the repair yard, and they will decimate your Y-wings and X-wings that are attacking the cruisers. The faster you can deal with them, the better. It's also important to note that that tug that I destroyed, instead of disabling it, if you disable it, you get 250 bonus points for simply disabling it. Whereas if you destroy it, you don't get any bonus points, just the regular points. So now that the corvettes are dead, you'll want to... You don't have to do what I did here and identified all of the Y-Wings and X-Wings. I just did it so that my CMD is completely filled. As you can see, Temp Squadron doesn't do too well on its own, simply because it is fighting such a large number of fighters by itself. So you can either assign them all to attack a specific type of enemy fighter, but that doesn't really help because there's 3 different types of fighters attacking it. Possibly 4, actually 4 because there's X-Wings, Razor Fighters, Pinnock Fighters, and Cloak Shape, so yeah, it'd be 4 types. At this point, I'm working on disabling the cruiser so that it doesn't destroy all of my fighters that are attacking it. I've picked up, because of all the Tempest Squadrons probably dead at this point, I picked up aggro from the neutral fighters. The neutral fighters will only attack Tempest Squadron. So once all of Tempest Squadron is dead, besides you, they will immediately switch their focus to you. Fortunately, they are not very good in terms of the quality of the fighter, but they are large in number, and the beam system doesn't always work on them, because sometimes they'll switch to patrolling for craft to attack. If the beam system is not used for long enough. So at this point I'm under attack from many different fighters, so we break off, use a couple of flares, and then we use the beam system to drop the aggro from the enemy fighters. Then we start cleaning a few of them up. It is important to note also that the neutral fighters launch from the shipyard, so it's not really possible to stop them from flowing in, unlike the X-Wings that are launched from the light cruisers. You can destroy the light cruisers fast enough. You won't have to worry about as many X-Wing fighters, as there are 4 full squadrons, 2 on each light cruiser, in addition to the 2 squadrons of A-Wings that are on the Moncal cruiser. The 4 X-Wing squadrons come from the light cruiser. The Y-Wings took care of the first light cruiser and the Moncal cruiser. As you can see, there's only 2 of them left, even after we have only focused on destroying as many enemy fighters as possible. So at this point we're just trying to further clean up the remaining fighters. is entirely possible that you may not have any fighters left at all at the end of the mission, and you may find yourself mopping up if you don't kill the corvettes. What will happen is that once the X-Wings and Y-Wings are close enough, after making a couple of runs at the first light cruiser, they will get path within range of the corvettes that are patrolling the stations at a perimeter. They have a patrol route that basically takes them around the repair yard, and they will take care of your X-Wings and Y-Wings in like less than a minute, coupled with the other fighters that are attacking it. At this point, you can see there's no Y-Wings left, only a couple of X-Wings. Just enough fighters to help us take out the Mon Calamari cruiser. So at this point, the only thing to do is destroy the containers and the repair yard itself. It did say that I destroyed a friendly craft. The friendly craft in this case was an Imperial pilot. May he rest in peace. The annoying thing about this mission is that once all of the enemy fighters and starships leave, or are destroyed, sorry, if you have any fighters left, they will not help you attack the repair yard. They will simply go to hyperspace and leave you to deal with disabling the entire repair yard on your own. And you can't exactly use Tempest Squadron because they are busy getting blown up by all of the enemy fighters on the other side of the map. So it falls on you to disable the repair yard pretty much on your own. One thing you can do is shoot at the Fortitude, as it is the last capital ship that will be attacked, and simply fly near the repair yard, and the Fortitude will shoot the repair yard shields down for you. But it is still a slow process, even if you have that extra help. The primary objective states that you can either destroy the repair yard or disable the repair yard. But honestly, it's not worth destroying the repair yard because it is just such a tanky structure. And just cutting through its shields takes forever, and it is a really, really strong hull. So you're far better just to disable it. So finally, got the repair yard shields down. And once the repair yard shields are down, a pair of assault frigates will arrive and help you disable the repair yard, which they aren't really much help because it's pretty much disabled anyways. Once it's disabled, an escort shuttle will launch to capture it, which will give you another 500 bonus points. The only thing left to do is mop up anything that's left at the end of the mission, and then head for the nav buoy and go home. The most challenging part about this mission is making sure that you are healthy enough to deal with the fighters that are going to come for you once all of your Tempest squadron has been destroyed. So it is important that you do not lose too much health to the corvettes when you're attacking them. Other than that, it's pretty much the end of the mission. It's not a very long mission. It takes about 10 minutes to complete. Once you're back at the fleet, you can exit and enjoy the debriefing. Once again, this is my first attempt at making one of these videos. So if there were any questions, comments, concerns, anything that I could do better, or what I did well, feel free to let me know so that I can keep doing what is good and improve what wasn't so good, so in the future I can have a higher quality of educational video for everybody to enjoy. Good luck, shoot straight, and fly fast.